So, did you find this screen?
My internet is not working.
Just redo it. Just refresh that one.
Alright, so the first thing you need to do is, if you're on this screen, go ahead and click GeoGebra Geometry. GeoGebra, whatever it is.
Wait, where do we go?
Gebra.
Hit geometry. Everybody, I can't see your computer, so I'm trusting that you're with me.
Yeah.
Alright, you're going to need to go to these three little bars over here. Those three little bars, and go ahead and go to the bottom and sign in. Yeah, you can use your Google Pine Lake account.
Mine's still not working.
Okay, turn off your Wi-Fi and turn it back on.
I did. Okay, what do we do now? Sign in?
Go to the three bars over at the left and go ahead and sign in.
Oh, wait, we gotta create.
You can sign in using your Pine Lake Google. Alright. If it's still loading, I'm not going to go too far in advance. You can catch up, just kind of watch, okay? Go to the three bars to the left.
My real name.
Okay. Here we go. You ready? The first thing, we are going to be studying triangles. So at the very top, you see this little polygon button? See this polygon button? Push it. Move over to your worksheet and just click three different parts of the screen to create a triangle.
So I signed in, but it's pulled up this whole thing right here. Now that I've signed in.
Do we have to fill out this thing? Okay. Years are bad as long as you're signed in. Yes. Girl.
There you go. Let's get started on jumping. That was pretty good.
How do I stop this?
Do I add?
Alright, are we good?
I think so.
Alright. So, if you go to your arrow in the basic tools, you can see that you can kind of move your triangle around and it changes the shape. Okay, it's okay. If you don't sign in, we can work on it later. It's okay. Alright, so question. If you had to, on your triangle, if you had to pick out where the center of the triangle is, where would you pick? So maybe just kind of imagine, maybe just put your arrow, where is the center of that circle? So where do you think the center of the circle is? Or sorry, the triangle. So where do y'all, how do you determine the middle? Yeah, there are more than one centers of a triangle. We're actually going to learn 4 this week. They're going to get kind of more advanced with this, so I'm trying to teach you how to use GeoGebra now because it's going to get more advanced throughout the week, okay? So where do y'all think the center is? Where should I put my finger? More to the left or to the right?
Right there.
Right there? Do y'all feel like that's the center?
Yeah.
Maybe down a little? Right to the little? Middle down? Nothing more over there? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to teach you this week. Today we're going to start with the first one about 4 different centers of triangles, okay? The first one actually comes from the medians of a triangle. Do you know what a median of a triangle is? Okay, that's a good guess. Okay. A median is actually a line segment. Okay. So what we're going to do, I want you to hit the More button. And I actually want you to go ahead and hit the More button, scroll down, and there's another More button. Go ahead, and I like to have all my buttons ready to go. Okay? And the first one I want you to choose is the ABC button under Media. Do you see it? See that ABC button? I want you to click it and click somewhere on the screen. I'm going to put mine right here. And this is where I'm going to kind of take notes about this specific center that we're going to talk about today. Okay? The first notes that you need is that you need to know what a median is. A median. It is a line segment. And this line segment is actually the line segment connecting a vertex. What's a vertex? A point, yeah. So, give me, what's a vertex in this triangle? C is a vertex. A is a vertex. B is a vertex. Very good. Those are the vertex. So, it's a line segment that connects a vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. So go ahead and hit OK, and then it'll have that notes underneath. So when you're studying for your quizzes and your tests, you can go back and remember, oh, I created medians in this triangle. This is what a median is. Okay? So what do I need to find? What do I need to find to be able to construct the medians of this triangle? Okay, yes, but how do I? What do I need? Midpoints. Yeah, I need to know the midpoint of each of my sides. Now, back before we had GeoGebra,
Yo, guys, stop being rude.
and I can gladly go back to this. Before we had GeoGebra, I would do this, and I would get out the rulers and the calculators and the protractors and all of that. This is a lot easier and quicker. We can do that. We would measure it and find the midpoint. Okay, but luckily GeoGebra helps us, and it can find the midpoint really easily. Scroll up. You see under the construct this little button with 3 dots. See it? Click that, and then click the sides of the sides of the triangle. And it puts it right on the midpoint for you. So you took away our ruler and calculating the midpoint. Pretty cool. So let me show you something else. Now go to measure. Underneath measure, you see a centimeter with an arrow? Click that one. So now choose, it doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. I'm going to do A and then click E. What do you think that just did?
Measured
It measured it. So from A to E, mine is 8.5. What do you think E to C is going to be?
How do you move? Wait, how do you do the...
Same thing, 8.3.
8 yes, very, very good. It's going to be 8.5. If I go click the E, then C.
Oh, yours is 8.5.
Yeah, yours won't necessarily be 8.5. So that's a good reminder that these are midpoints. So if I measured it, and even if I move it around, okay, then it tells me that these are the midpoints. Pretty cool? All right, good. Now I'm ready to construct my medians. Okay, so I'm going to go back up to basic tools, and do you see the segment tool? Can you click the segment tool? Are you listening and following along good? All right, let's construct our first median. So for the median coming out of the vertex A, where do you think I need to go? So I click A, where do you think I need to go? In my picture, where do I go?
Yeah.
To F. Very good. There's our first median. Yeah. I've moved mine around several times, so yours doesn't have to match mine, see? Okay, it's okay. There's a little undo button right up here.
Oh, that's what that is.
All right, there's one median.
Wait, what would mine?
Let's do the other ones. From B, where should I go? To E. And from C, where should I go? To D. Your points might be different, and that's okay.
Wait, you want to send two
I have A to E and B to F and D to C. Or C to B.
So you take it from the birthday.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right, guess what this little intersection is? That's our first center. This is actually called a point of concurrency. We'll talk about it tomorrow, but called a point of concurrency. That means where all these lines come together. And so I would like to, for our notes, I would like to label this center, okay? So what I need you guys to do is under points, in the points menu, click the intersect button. See it right there? Intersect. And choose two of our medians. It doesn't matter which two, just click each of those, and it creates a point where those intersect. See points right here? Click this one. Go to more. Scroll down and go more. If it doesn't show up, scroll down and choose more.
Where do we click the middle?
Click two medians. Doesn't matter which two. So hit the intersect button and then click two medians. It doesn't matter which two. Now what I'd like for you to do is to go to the arrow and click that point. What? Click that point, and you see that little A. Okay, click that. We're going to change the label to the official name of this center of the triangle. And the official name is Centroid. Centroid.
Wait, how do you name it? Oh no, I think I added like 50 different things.
Yeah, either hit enter or click off of it. I clicked the G.
Oh my gosh, how do I undo?
So click it and then hit the
I just
AA.
deleted the triangle. How do I undo?
I accidentally tried.
Did you hit back redo?
How do I do redo?
Oh, well.
Yes. To study for the test.
How do we do it? Like on the test?
No, not on the test. But to study for the test.
How are we gonna do this?
This is kind of like, it's more like an interactive notebook. So instead of drawing this,
We have to draw it on the test?
no.
That's it.
But this is to help you study. Okay? All right. Pretty cool. There's our centroid. So the centroid, let's take some notes. Okay, let's go back down here. What's the definition of a centroid? Whoops. It is the center of a triangle, but how, remember there's actually 4 of them, so what's specific about this centroid? How is a centroid constructed? What did we just do? Yeah, what were these called? They were very good. The centroid is the intersection of the medians of a triangle.
Wait, how do I text? How do I do more text on that one?
Just
Double
click
click it.
click back on your text. Just double click it. Your text.
Okay.
Release me.
All right. So here's what's going to get confusing, guys. We've got 3 more to do, and they're going to be not made from medians. They're going to be made from other things. So you've got to be able to get that straight in your head that the centroid is made from the median. And what's a median again? A line segment from the vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. Very good. Okay. There's something additional that you need to know about the centroid. Okay? You ready to follow along again? Go back to this measure button. Remember the centimeters with the arrow? Remember that?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like for you to measure from a vertex to the centroid. It doesn't matter which vertex. I'm going to do A. I'd like for you to measure A to the centroid. A, yeah. A to the centroid. In my example is 6.2. Yours will be different.
4.3. Oh yeah.
Then on the same median, I would like for you to measure from the centroid to F. Now, can you figure out what I'm trying to show you? You need to go back up to your arrow and move it around a little bit.
Half of the A centroid.
I'm hearing the word half.
Centroid is like it's double the A centroid. Or the A centroid is half of the
Okay.
center of the top center.
So I'm hearing half, I'm hearing double. Anybody want to tell us what they're seeing? Kind of generalize it for us.
I do.
You got it, Carson? All right, listen to Carson.
The measure between A to centroid or A centroid is like double.
Okay, can we generalize what's A? A is called a vertex. So from the vertex to the centroid,
and then the
centroid to the midpoint. Okay. What about it?
The top half is double the bottom.
Okay, now.
Oh, okay. So is that true on your triangle? She says that this distance is double this distance. Is that true on your triangle? You do.
I feel like it depends.
You just click 2 points. Click the 2 points you wanna. So if it helps, make it nice and pretty. Make it a pretty. So maybe I'll do mine at
Does it have to be like a perfect triangle for it to be like that?
No, it doesn't have to. Look, 8 to 4. Is her theory right?
Yeah.
Is it true on yours? No.
Mine-
Oh.
My thing is broken.
It should be, because Carson's right.
Mine.
Shouldn't triple. Hmm?
Mine's not working. It's whenever I try to do it.
Oh, you forgot your intersection. Good.
I woke up at 3 a.m. Ow! I woke up late.
She would mad at you, and then she'll realize that you didn't do anything.
I'm in the worst impossible.
Moving around. Very good. So in our notes, guys, let's write that.
What are we?
You tell me. What do I need to write?
I do.
Guys, what do I need to write? What did Carson say? The distance from the vertex to the centroid is what? Is good, Trinity. Double the distance from the good central to the midpoint of the opposite side. Alright, so if yours is similar to mine, maybe you did more measurements, maybe you did other things, but if yours is similar to mine and you've got your notes, you've got a point that's going into Canvas for you later this week. Okay? So if you've followed along today, you've gotten what I've gotten. If I opened up your file and I can move it around and it looks kind of like this, where your centroid is labeled and all your, do what?
How do you share on my laptop?
Well, yep. So now I'm going to show you how to save it Because what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to go underneath this and do the next center. And then the next day we're going to go underneath it and do the next center. So we're going to have kind of like an interactive notebook here, okay? So you ready? I'm going to teach you how to save it. Two ways so we can make sure we have it, okay? The first way, I made you sign in so we can save it underneath your sign in. If you go to the the 3 lines and hit save. And title it whatever you would like. Maybe triangle centers might be good. I'm going to put 6 because it's 6 period, but save it to whatever and hit save.
Mine's not letting me like put it in.
Okay, I'm going to give you a different option so you can have it saved in 2 ways. Yeah, if you signed in, hopefully now it will save. Okay. Another way, you can share it and keep that link somewhere. Keep that link somewhere if you want to share it. So if you want to put that on your desktop or on Twitter, I don't know.
You want us to
Email it to yourself.
wait? Sorry. Do you want us
Okay.
to give this to you?
You will later this week. We're going to add to it every day.
So what should I do right
Okay,
now?
guys, we're getting to the point where you're not listening and I'm repeating myself. So can we be quiet for a second? I'm going to give you several ways to do this, okay? So tomorrow you'll have it because we're adding on to it. So the first way, if you signed in, you should have been able to save it. You could also share it and save that link somewhere. Another option is to download as, so this will go onto your computer, download as and save it as a GGB. GGB. So if you save that, it'll download it to your computer, put it on your desktop, put it in your documents. I'll show you tomorrow how to open it back up on this website. That's another backup way. Now, if you lose it, it'll be okay. You're just going to need to redo what we did today, which is not bad. I've screencasted this so you can always follow that screencast again. Okay, so it's not going to be the end of the world, but I've given you 3 options for saving it so you can find it tomorrow. Okay? All right. That's our lesson on centroids. Nope. Well, what gets bad, the reason I'm taking this slow is because we've got 3 more, right? So you're going to start getting confused with medians and centroids and incenters and circumcenters and all these different vocabularies. So, yep, let me stop this.